Hi everyone and welcome to this video. I'm Nikki, and today I will be drawing two different drawings. This first one is of my own character, whose name is Eathen, and he is from my own comic called Above Ground. If you want to check that one out, it will hopefully be up on Webtoon soon. I'll tell you when it's up on Webtoon. Otherwise, if you just want to get a little bit of chance to read it right now, it's at least first chapter and like one half of the second chapter as of right now of recording this video are up on my Instagram, and I will keep uploading them there in like each chapter in two parts, because all of those I had to crop them down and stuff, and it doesn't just fit in one post. A whole chapter doesn't fit in one post. Well, anyways, so this other drawing that I'm making today too is of Shuten doji, and both of these drawings have something in common, and that's that they're both oni. I won't say more than that because I will spoil my own comic otherwise. It's kind of already a spoiler here, but still, I won't spoil it more than I already have. So I thought I would talk a bit about oni, and also say that the design I chose to draw Shuten doji in is the design from the game called Onmyoji. If you haven't heard of it, it's a really good game, so try it out. Don't find it in a store, I'm pretty sure. Well, just try it. I hope it exists for you, so just try it. And so I just used that design because it was like different. I chose one of the skins he has, which he actually had like horns in, because normally his design doesn't have that a lot. And I also thought that design looked really cool. So moving on to the topic now, oni is a yokai. For you who don't know what yokai are, they're like mythical beings, like spiritual beings, kinda, that are from Japan. And oni, what kind of identifies an oni is usually like their horns and their teeth, and sometimes you find them that they have tattoos. Their color, usually you'll find them in the color of red. Most common is red, and then blue and green. And also that is kind of a little bit more humanified. But so oni from the beginning is, at least from my research, it is the word kind of came from it wasn't supposedly an evil being at first. It was a reading of a kanji that then got turned into oni or something like that. It wasn't really clear when I was trying to read it, but so oni came from this word. It means to hide or conceal, because oni was back then beings who had a habit of hiding behind things and stuff like that, and it was just supposed to be this word for spiritual, like a soul or spirit of the dead. And this is something that they have found from a 10th century dictionary, so that was one of the first they found of it. And also Demon Slayer, they have oni in there. And if you know anything about normal yokai or something like that, you notice some of the traits of the oni that are in Demon Slayer, that they kind of reminds you of other yokai. Can't say anything specifically now because my head isn't it out, but yeah, so like beginning of everything, Oni was the term for pretty much all yokai, and then has changed it to this specific yokai, which like finding a translation for Oni is kind of like saying an orch over a troll, and then I don't mean an internet troll, but it would be funny if they were internet trolls. But anyway, so like with Shoten Doji, I'm pretty sure he has some kind of fire power as his like power, and it's pretty normal. Like the most common power a yokai will have is fire. So yeah, it's not a big surprise knowing that. Well, anyway, so I've gotten some of this information from watching Gaijin Goombah, so go and check his channel out if you can, because it's really interesting. If you find yokai interesting, then you'll definitely like his videos. But yeah, so I researched a little bit into Shoten Doji too, and he was like known for being this big demon leader of Japan, and was killed by Minamoto Daiko. Sorry if I butcher any of the pronunciation. I know I'm butchering, maybe. So yeah, don't think too much of it. But yeah, so the story goes that Shoten Doji was killed, having his head cut off and everything, but somehow he still managed to like fly up and bite Minamoto in the head. But because Minamoto had so many helmets like stacked upon each other, he survived this, which is pretty funny. But yeah, so sadly Shoten Doji couldn't do much. But yeah, he was said to live. Like, it's a little bit like uncertain here, because depending on which version of the story you hear, like mostly you would hear Mount Oe, but there are also people saying Mount Ibuki, and Mount Oe is like close to Kyoto. But yeah, it was said to have his like lair there, so this like big demon boss. And also like in Onmyoji, when you play the game, you will like it was like an event just recently where they had like this whole when Ibaraki Doji, Shoten Doji, because yeah, I haven't really seen anything but on this, but pretty sure there is something. But in the game, like Shoten Doji has this friend quotation marks, because mostly like Ibaraki Doji usually wants to fight Shoten Doji and all of that, and calls him his friend. But most of the time Shoten Doji doesn't really seem to be on board with that. But I know that Ibaraki Doji means well, so I just thought it's like little animation kind of thingy when I searched it up to see if I could see like Shoten Doji using his power like for this drawing, so I could get some inspiration for it, I guess. And then I just came across this like small little video clip where one of the yokai are walking around and like wanting to get stronger and all of that, and wanting to have power, but her power is like healing, and she doesn't have like this specific fighting thing. So she goes to Shoten Doji and he's just like, you need to start practicing. And then like he seems all tough. Then he hears like Ibaraki Doji and he goes and hides behind a bush. And then Ibaraki Doji comes and, I want to fight Shoten Doji now. Have you seen him? To this girl that was walking around and asking him around for power and stuff. And she just points to the bush. And I'm just like, rest in peace. So that was pretty funny, and just like, hey, it's kind of fun seeing those characters interact like that, not gonna lie. And well, then she goes like over to Seimei, and if you want to know Seimei, like he's a really famous Onmyoji, from like really long ago. And yeah, he was also like one of the strongest zombie OG. Therefore, he is very well known. There were also kind of rumors of him having a mother that was a kitsune. Now, kitsune is a kind of yokai, which kind of just seems like, okay, so he's supposed to be half yokai then, and he's an OG. So it kind of was looked upon kind of weird at that point. But yeah, so he tells her like that she has her own strength and all of that, and everything's good with that, and she like helps this Yama Usagi, who is like some kind of rabbit spirit that rides on this other spirit, and she just like runs in and crashes into a tree, and Same is just, now you can show your own strength or something like that. And this girl just goes and heals Yama Usagi. So that was a really cute thing. And yeah, so there are more Oni in like the history and stuff like that. I feel like I might return to this topic in the future because, as I said, like I really like yokai. I think it's really interesting. So maybe if you like this kind of, I will do some more yokai drawings, or rather I will do it. You have no say in the matter, I will do it. Because like maybe you're just like, I don't really like yokai. Well, stick around, try it out. I'm sure there is something you will find interesting. There is a lot of yokai. All aren't like evil or harmful. Like Oni are usually like known to be evil. But like recently things have changed though, because now you can like find statues of them, or like people putting them like here in the western around, so they put on like gargoyles or something. But in Japan you can like find Oni heads and stuff like that, and that is supposed to like ward off bad luck. Same in like festivals and stuff, like the men will like dress up as Oni, and this is like supposed to ward off bad luck. So Oni has really like lost this kind of being really evil, but also Oni was like supposed, if someone is supposed to turn into an Oni or become an Oni, they have to be really evil and then they will become an Oni. There are stories of that too, like this woman who became an Oni because of how she was behaving. I think she was obsessed with her beauty or something, and then she loses all of that because she turns into an Oni. And like that depiction of Oni that you see like in folklore, old depictions, it isn't pretty at all. It's not like how humanized, especially Shoten doji from on Yoji is. Like if you search up Oni, you won't find a pretty guy or something like that. You will find like this more ogre kind of troll, like creature. So her turning into that, she freaked out. But yeah, anyways, that was all for today. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!